Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Angela Palmer from Stamp with Angela and I'm excited to be here with you today. So I enjoy my stamping, card making and paper crafting, and I love to be able to share and inspire you with your crafting as well. So today I'm going to share a project that I have made using some Sale-A-Bration products. Now, last night we were fortunate to have our January crafting kickoff, which was an online event. And anyone was welcome to it, but you did have to register so that you were in the group, which was where it was being broadcasted. So I appreciate all those that joined live, and I know some people are going to watch the recording later. And that event included going like a walkthrough of the mini catalogue and Sale-A-Bration and the scrapbooking and talking a bit about online exclusives. We played a game of bingo, which was lots of fun. And I did a demonstration using the Floral Delight Suite and the Delightful Wishes stamps and dies, or mostly dies. So that was cool. And I had a second project prepared, which used more Sale-A-Bration products, but we ran out of time. So I thought I would save that for today's live and share it with you, and then even more people can see it. Now, if you think, oh, I didn't know about the event, I've missed out now, it's not too late. You can still take part and watch it. You obviously watch the recording, not the live thing. So in the comment for today's live, there should be a link to the page. Obviously, it has details about when it is going to be happening, and it's already happened. Just scroll down to the bottom, sign up, and you'll be taken to a Facebook page where you ask to join, and then I'll let you in. And that way you can watch the recording. So that will be cool. And you can learn a bit about all that's happening, because this week on the 7th of January, Tuesday, we had lots of things happening. We had the mini catalogue, Sale-A-Bration, online exclusives, and the scrapbooking brochure all happening. So there was quite a lot there. So I just wanted to go over that, and you can still benefit and watch that recording too. All right, so let's get started. I'll just quickly show you the catalogs I'm talking about, and then I'll make a project with you. So let me change my screen. Here we go. So this is the exciting new mini catalogue, which I am allowed to show you now. In the past, obviously, until it's live, I can't open it and show you online. But there's lots of exciting new products and things in here. Love this paper with dies and die cuts in it. This is the suite that I demonstrated yesterday with beautiful papers there. Yellow's not usually one of my favorite colors, but actually it's stunning in this series, or suite rather. Yeah, so lots of exciting things. You've got ocean animals or creatures with pinks and oranges and things, which is a bit different but very cool. And this storybook moments theme, which is really cool, with the cute little rabbits and ducks and other animals. So all sorts of exciting things in there from sweets. And if you want to keep it simple, we've got like ephemera packs where everything's die cut, ready to go. You can make your own cards. And there's even some templates that you can use. And yesterday's card, I made following that template as my inspiration. Because sometimes you think, well, I want to make something, but what do I make? Obviously, these were made in mind more to use with the ephemera packs, but use it with anything. So I kind of flick through from the back to the front in that one. But if you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like a copy, click on the link in the description and I can send that to you along with Sale-A-Bration. Okay, and I will talk a little bit about Sale-A-Bration at the end. The other things that we've got too is the scrapbooking brochure, which has got scrapbooking kits and products and things. It's not a published form like that because it's just a PDF that you can look online or print out yourself. This is just an interim until scrapbooking stuff gets moved into the next catalogue. And then we've also got some online exclusives that aren't in a printed form, but they're online. So check that out. So today's project is going to use this particular stamp set from the Sale-A-Bration. So you can earn this for free when you spend an order of $125 or more. And so it's pick a season. So you've got your tree here. It looks a little bit like, what is this? but then when you make it, you know, you can choose what you like. So you've got a tree, you can have some flowers, you can have eggs, as in like Easter, just leaves, you can have hearts, could be autumn with these sort of maple leaves and things. You can design your tree as you wish to suit the season. So this is what I have made. So you'll see I've used the tree and I've used the roses or the flowers, whatever they are. So I've used granny apple green and then fresh freesia for my flowers and my background. Now you'll see possibly, can you see that the background is embossed? So that is also a Sale-A-Bration embossing folder. So it's the Starstruck embossing folder. So that's something else that you can earn for free during Sale-A-Bration as well. And I always love adding some texture and things to my cards. So either of these or both, you can earn through Sale-A-Bration with an order of $125 or more. So let's get started with our card. So as I mentioned, the colors I'm going to be using, fresh freesia, granny apple green, and then I've also got some pecan pie for my tree trunk. And you might be wondering what the shapes are that I am using. So I'm using the countryside corner dies. So they are like this, and they kind of nest into each other. So you've got, you know, different sizes. So I have used, I believe, the biggest, yep, for the outside one, and then the next one down for in the middle, because I wanted something to show the whole tree. Now, if you don't have these particular die shapes, obviously you can use your own, or even just cut it into a rectangle and maybe have a narrower border or something like that. There's so many possibilities. Okay, so let's do some stamping of our tree, and then we'll put our card together. So I'll put that to the side so we can keep an eye on it, and we will start. So just because of placement of where the tree is going to be, I'm actually going to do my trunk first, because if I do my tree too high, there might not be enough for the tree trunk or too much room, who knows. So we're going to put that down first with some pecan pie ink. So it is photopolymer, so either stamping on a filming or a mat like this, both work well. How high up did I do it before? So around where those lines are, and I'm going to put grass. Because if I rock it, then I'll end up with a blotch of ink, which I don't want. So ideally wipe it or just carefully stamp it. All right, so that is our tree trunk. So we'll now get our granny apple green, and I might just do the grass either side. So that's one of the stamps, except my grass needs to be up the right way. So I haven't seen any comments yet. I don't know. Oh, we're getting our first one now. So hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us. Who else is here today? There we go. So we've got some grass. There's also a little picket fence if you want to put that on it. But yeah, I'm going with this one. Okay, then we need to do our big tree. So it's a very interesting stamp. So you'll see that there's some kind of gaps in it. So basically this gap here at the bottom is what you need to have it like that. And basically you're going to sit it so that this bit here is kind of down here. This side is kind of over there. And that bit is like just above there. So you're actually kind of going, I don't know if you can see that, probably not, sort of above the tree. So let's see how that works. But the cool thing about this is you can kind of create different themed cards with the same set. So we'll try that. That's pretty good. It's a little bit more to the right. Whoops. Kind of like to center it, but what I probably should have done is just tilted it a bit more that way, so it's a bit more. But anyway, we'll go with this. Okay, then we are going to use our fresh freesia and do our little cluster of 3 flowers. So depending on, because one that's bigger than the other, which sort of fits in the gap. just turn it around. Like, I think we need to turn it that way for that one. This way for up here, I believe. So have you had a chance to look at Sale-A-Bration and what's on, or even the catalogue, what's available? Which way? Maybe that way. All right, so this is very pretty. Could have done it back slightly more. Okay, there we go. There's our tree. How's that? Pretty simple to do. I'll show you another variation afterwards. Okay. So basically now we're just putting our card together. So it is a fairly quick card. So I have chosen my Fresh Freesia card base, normal size, 14.85 by 21. It's called an 8.5. Not 8.5, 10.5. Okay. My next layer is basic white and it's 10 by 14.3. And then my next one is just 3 millimeters less. It's 9.7 by 14. Okay, I just want a narrow border just to kind of make it pop. I don't want sort of, that much, but just a little bit evenly around. And that's going to go on. Now, depending on if you were going to put some not embellishment, what do you call it, ribbon or something, you might want to do that now, but we're just going to keep it simple without the embellishments, or ribbon rather. We are putting embellishments, just not ribbon. All right, I like to go around the edge, line that up like so, and that will go on there. Now these two layers I am going to put together like so. So these are just glued down. There we go. All right, now I have put this, let's put this onto the card. I was just giving it a chance to dry so it didn't move as I turned it over. So that one is just glued down as well. Try and get an even. And then we are going to put this on, but with dimensionals just to lift it up. Of course, if you want to keep the layers down and not make it too thick, you don't have to use dimensionals. I'm using up all the bits around the edge. I like to use up all the bits I can. So we'll put sort of in the 4 corners and then a couple of pieces in the middle so it doesn't sag, as it were. Okay, how's that? Right, where is my take your pick tool? I just find it so much easier to take it off with this. Don't have long fancy nails, although my nails are a little bit longer than normal, but I need to cut them for piano playing. All right, so let's put that on. So we can just see a little bit of the folder. Now, like I said, I did that before. I think we need to move it over. Everything's going a little bit to the right for some reason today. So just sort of adjust it, and then when I'm happy with it and it looks straight, then I can push them down a bit more. So with the embossing folder, it is a standard one. I do have it here. So it is quite thin. So if you're using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you've got your base plate, and then you're using the 2 cutting plates, which I think are number 2s either side. Okay, so I'm so used to using 3D embossing folders that I kind of think it's that, but it's not. All right, then to finish off, we're going to add our sentiment and some sparkle. Now there are some embellishments in Sale-A-Bration that coordinate in these colors too, but I don't think I've ordered those ones yet, so we will make do. Okay, so I've just got a strip here of Fresh Freesia. I'm going to use the Simply Said stamp set. So we've got Miss You Won't Quite Work, but Happy Birthday or Thank You or Thinking of You. I'm going to do a thank you because I'm always needing thank you cards to send out. So again, when you put this on your block, if you just stick it on, you might do it, wonky, and it's curved slightly. So the best thing to do is put it down, face down, put your block over the top, and then press it down, and then it should be more straight, one hopes. All right, so let's ink that up. I should probably stamp it on here too. Hope for the best. That's actually pretty good. Then I need to find a pair of scissors, but not my ribbon scissors, which is what I spied. So let's go for that. I'm just going to do a slight angle just to make it a bit interesting. And then I'm going to sort of put it around there like so. Higher, lower. You could always put it at the bottom and shape the edges and stuff, but I don't want to do that. All right, where are those dimensionals that I had a few left? We're on here. Let's use them all up. We don't need them quite all, but use up one sheet before we start the next. Okay. So I guess if you wanted to, you could add a twine bow on or something like that if you wished. All right, now my sparkles. So what have I used? I've just gone with something that is from the annual catalogue, I believe. And now I can't find them. If not, just use whatever. What else have I got that I could use? So just find some embellishments that work to put on. And I thought I had my embellishments handy, and they're not. So just trying to find something that will work. I mean, something you could do is if you had stamping blends, is color them and then put them on. They're similar color, or the green, maybe a different green. I'm not sure. So find some embellishments. I've got nothing that's kind of handy that works. The minute I finish this, they will appear, I'm sure. But put them in a, what do you call it, sort of triangle kind of shape, if you know what I mean. Okay, so kind of like 1, 2, 3. That's our card. Now to finish off on the inside, I didn't want to stamp a whole tree and stuff, so I just stamped a couple of those in the corner. Is that my piece fit inside? That looks a bit small. This one looks too big. Anyway, you get the idea. Stamp or whatever you like. You could put a strip of embossed paper or something like that. So that is my card. So what do you think of that? I have got a different color one in the same, using the same stamp set. So what do you think of this? Great, could be great for Valentine's Day or anniversary or something. So this one is using the hearts from the set. So there were little hearts that you could use. So I've still kept with my Granny Apple Green and my Pecan Pie, but this time I've gone for a red background. Real red hearts, real red cardstock, same kind of layout design, but it looks quite different, if you know what I mean, and would suit the occasion. So this one here was Love You, which I got from a Be Mine stamp set. Not sure if it's current or not. So depending on what the occasion, you know, you can find a sentiment or something to go on it. So there you go. Which one do you prefer? Alinda likes the red. Excellent. Yeah, even if you're watching this recording later, let me know what you like. I think this is quite striking. This is a little bit more nice, but you definitely notice the red on that. So there we go. So let me explain a little bit about Sale-A-Bration in case you don't know what Sale-A-Bration is. So Sale-A-Bration is Stampin' Up's kind of biggest sale of the year, and it runs from January to February. So 7th of January till the 28th of February. There's basically 3 ways that you can benefit with Sale-A-Bration. So you can earn free products when you shop. So if you spend $125 in New Zealand, or some couple of things are $250, you get to choose a free product. And then you can, I'll go over the other things after it. So for example, there's the stamp set here. So just showing you samples of them using it. We've got a card kit, if you like card kits. This is nice and bright with the rainbow celebration kit, some lovely bright cards there. Paper, this is a 6x6 set of fruit salad, so nice colours there. A seagull, friendly seagulls, which initially I thought, interesting, but I've actually seen a couple of cards made with it now, and it's very clever. So quite appropriate for New Zealand and our beaches, I would imagine. A way to celebrate, so if you're wanting some greetings and things, as well as some stamps, which are good for backgrounds and patterns. This is very cool. This is the Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper, which is also a 6x6, and it coordinates with something that is in the mini. So if you go to the mini near the back somewhere, you'll find the Toadstool set here. So it's a stamp set and a punch. So you could stamp things, but then you could also like use the papers in the background, which are very cool. So I have got those, and I'm going to have I've done some cards. If you've got my newsletter, you would have got that. And I'm going to do a bit more too. That's the Fresh Freezer ribbon, which if I had, could go quite nicely with this. It's just a seam binding ribbon. And there is the stamp set that I've used today. So there's their tree. So they have used, my eyesight's not so good. Oh, they've used a flower tree, but a slightly brighter colour than me. But yeah, so that's cool. So these are spend $125. You can choose that. Another stamp set, Dance With Me, which is quite cool. Different ways of using. I love the way it looks like they're on the spotlight. That's so cool. Paper. This paper is 12 by 12 bloom impression. So some nice bright colours and papers and things there. And this one here is a stamp and die set. So as you can imagine, they are worth a little bit more. So yeah, you need to spend $250 to be able to get the stamp and die set together. Cool. And Corner and Bloom is another stamp set. It's a little bit more involved. This one also you need to spend $250 for to be able to get that one for free. So it's increments of $125. So you spend $125, you get one. $250, you get two, or one of these products. $375, you can choose three, or one of these two and a $125 one, that kind of thing. All right, so basically, an order of $125 is good, and you get something for free, which is awesome. Now, another great thing about Stampin' Up! And Sale-A-Bration is joining. Joining anytime is great, and there's a good offer of the starter kit for $189, and you get $285 worth of products. So you're getting product for free anyway. And Sale-A-Bration, they have just sweetened up the deal slightly more. And you get some extra things, but only till the 28th of February. So as well as the starter kit costing you $189, and you get to choose what you want in it, whether you want stamps and inks or cardstock or kits or machines or whatever you choose, up to that value. And you get free shipping with that too. That's shipping included, which is amazing. Then option one, as well as that, you get to choose either option one or option two. Option one is you get 2 packs of Stamping Right markers, so you can choose if you want the neutrals or the brights or the subtles or the regals, so 2 packets, plus this stamp set, which is unique for this, handmade designs. So then you can use these to work with this particular design, which is cool. Or option two, maybe you've already got the markers, you don't need any more. So you can just choose an extra $57 onto your order, so you'll get even more for your $189. Amazing deal. So if you're wondering about it, I've got people in my team all over New Zealand. Some people do it as a hobby. Some people do it as classes. Some people just do it for themselves. Some people do it for themselves but might get the odd order from someone, which is cool. So feel free to ask questions. No obligation. Love you to join my team. And the other one is gathering. So if you get together with friends and they put orders in, you put your group orders together, then you can get some extra freebies with your order. So that's this gathering one here. So usually, like I say, with Sale-A-Bration, spend $125 and you get a free Sale-A-Bration product. Spend $300, you get stamping rewards, which is 10%. So you'd get $30 to spend. If the orders, whether it's your own or a combination of orders, reach $575. Not only will you get like 4 stamping celebrations, you'll also get an extra $57.50 in rewards. So your normal stamping rewards for $575, which will be like $57, plus this $57. So you're getting like double, which is amazing. So if you've got a group of friends, put them all together, and then you can share out the freebies in some way. Buy some paper and share it out, or embellishments or something like that. So there's Sale-A-Bration. So basically, you can benefit in Sale-A-Bration by either shopping and getting some products for free. You can join somewhere and get extra products for free and be part of a wonderful team. We have a Facebook group, do team swaps, Zooms. You can be involved as much or as little as you like. And then the last thing is gathering, putting a whole lot of group orders together and getting extra freebies. So there you go. So if you don't have a Sale-A-Bration or a mini catalog and you'd like one, fill your details in on the description. There's a link in there. And also check my blog, because I've got links for the scrapbooking brochure if you need to print that out. And then we've also got online exclusives. So these online exclusives are only online. And you can check them out there. One last thing before I go is my paper share. So there are lots of, and this is not all of them, but this is some of them, lots of cool, stunning papers. Some are 6x6 in the catalog and online. And for you to buy, all of these, it would cost you several hundreds of dollars. Wait, there's more. Oops. That's falling. There's probably a couple of others. That's the plaid one. And that's the toadstool one that you can get for free. So you might think, well, I love papers, but I don't want to go spending hundreds of dollars. So you can get a quarter share in the papers. And we get a couple of, oops, there's my dots. We get a couple of celebrations included in that as well. So sign up. It's $85 for the paper share. And I'm also doing a ribbon share. I don't have all the ribbons handy. One of them is the daffodil one, and there's a couple of others. Actually, I might, here's 2 of them. Oh yeah, actually I've got all 3 of them. Or 4 of them in total. So we've got this gold weave trim, which is quite dainty, but against something that looks very cool. The pink one, which is petal pink, is it? And then this white one, which is an online exclusive. So the paper share is $85. The ribbon share is $25. Get them both. Get it all for $100 plus shipping. So that's very cool. Now I'll just show you with a couple of the papers. They have die cuts in them. So this one here is Birthday Celebration. So it has your normal 12 by 12 papers. I just don't want it to stick to it. Not that one. So you've got cakes and you've got flowers with gold in it. So it's a specialty one. Patterns and things. But you've also got these 2 sheets here, exactly the same. 2 are the same. And as you can see, these are die cuts. So a great way to decorate your card without even any stamping. Banners and things. So there's only 2 sheets, so you'll get a selection, a quarter share of all of those. And the other set that has got die cuts in it as well. So it makes life easy. I mean, obviously there's stamps that you can stamp and colour and die cut too. But this one here with all your animals, they're die cuts. So 2 of those sheets, as well as your standard 12 by 12. Isn't that cute? You've got garden scenes and vegetables and stuff. And then we've got this sheet here, which you can cut up like for card fronts or bookmarks or something as well. So many to choose from. So if you're like me and you can't decide which one do I get, go for the paper share and the sample and get a little bit of everything. Any questions? Cool. All right, well, thank you for watching today. It looks like the red one is actually slightly more popular, which is not the one I made live, but yeah, it is quite nice. So there you go. So that was today's card. If you've got any questions, please reach out to me. Just going to come back. Here I am. Cool. So please keep an eye on my Facebook for information, news, that kind of thing. If you're not on my mailing list, I'd encourage you to sign up, because I've got information on what's happening, as well as exclusive tutorials and tips and things. So it's a good way to know what's happening about classes and things too. And also, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, then you'll know when I go live again. Otherwise, I'm pretty much each Thursday live. I'm just going to have to work out in a couple of weeks what I do, because I've got a teacher only. I don't usually work on a Thursday, but a teacher only day before we go back to school. So I'll figure out that one in a couple of weeks' time. But I'll be here next week. Very cool. All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And it's nice and sunny here. I hope it is where you are. Please reach out to me if you've got any questions. I love coming to you live and sharing these times with you. So happy crafting, and we'll see you again soon. All right. Thanks.